Hello and welcome to what will probably be the best video that you click on today. And if you want to enjoy this video as much as I am going to, grab yourself your favorite drink. I am going to have some coffee. And let's enjoy it together to celebrate another day with the One Meal channel. Let's do it together now. 1, 2, 3. All right, well, now that that is out of the way, let's get to why we're really here. And that is a big step outside of my comfort zone into some trout and potatoes. Super simple meal, something that I've never made before, but I went fishing, we're well into the winter months now. I went fishing out in the summer and grabbed this beautiful rainbow trout from one of the rivers near where I live. It's been frozen this whole time. It's been gutted, and you can fillet this fish, but this is an incredibly bony fish, and they're not very large. So I'm actually just going to pan fry them as is. I'm going to season them very heavily, add some garlic to them to get some nice rich aroma and flavor to them. And then I'm just going to cook it with some potatoes and put some parsley in that with maybe some butter and call it good. I think most people would think that I should have maybe a side salad or maybe some steamed vegetables or something like that. But I think this is going to make this a great dish for dinner for myself. I think I'll very much enjoy this, and I'll get started. Just going to go by peeling these potatoes. I usually cook these potatoes with the skins on. I do like the skins. Basically no matter how I have them, but I want to try something a little bit different. I want to do something a little bit more involved than usual. Oh, hello, Daphne. I'm in the middle of something, so I cannot give you dog time, but I see you over there. You are not alone. I am here with you. We have a dog named Daphne. If you haven't seen her before, you will see her a little bit later in this video. But she is just the laziest loaf of bread that you could ever call a mammal. And she's graced us with her presence today. There she is. Here is Daphne over here, and here is a potato. Can you tell the difference? Is there a difference between the two? No, they are the same thing. She is always laying in bed, loafing around, as if we'd never do anything for her. As we don't have every single one of her needs cared for and attended to. You are so spoiled, aren't you, Daph? You are so spoiled. Hey, I don't think anything that I'm cooking up today is something that you would want, Daphne. Usually we have chicken or elk. I don't know if you're a big fish dog. You're certainly not a potato dog. Okay, so that is a great start. Unlike all great starts with cooking from home recipes, these potatoes are imperfect, and that is what we like because we are not a cooking show. This is a 1 meal a day challenge, essentially. So I have a little bit more coffee. Coffee is incredibly good for you. I'm going to wash this off a little bit. Might be a good idea to dry them with what I'm about to do, but where'd the olive oil go? Uh-oh, mayday. Just kidding, found it. So let's go over here, let's get this set up to medium heat. I think that'll be good. Daphne, get out of the kitchen, I can hear you. That should be good. I might need a little bit more later, but best to start with less. Okay, let's take these end pieces off. Same here, let's clean up this end. Let's clean up this end. Okay. There we go. We got a couple of thick pieces right here. Look at the difference between one of our thinnest pieces, one of our thickest pieces. So actually that's just slightly too thick. There we go. That should be good. Perfect. That looks delicious. I brought some additional potatoes out in case I wanted more, but no, I think this will work out. I think this will work out just fine. This might be one of the more normally proportioned meals that I've ever made on this channel. This might actually be under proportioned of all things. But I have an idea on how I want this to work out, and frankly, I think I should have some more potatoes, but I can't imagine eating much more than that. So, all right, perfect. We have the pan heating up now. Looks good. Let's move this oil around. Put a nice temp to it. Let me grab some butter. Butter's going to last me a year. Barely use it. Perfect. That'll be good for later. Let me think from a seasoning perspective what would go good with this. So for the fish, garlic salt, absolutely. Some pepper, definitely. Let's see for the. I'm thinking parsley. Do I have any parsley? Parsley flakes. Parsley flakes for the potatoes. That sounds good. Anything else? Parsley and oregano? I don't know. We'll just stick with the parsley. Maybe a little bit of chili powder. Perfect. I think that'll be good. Then yeah, for this fish, I gotta think a little bit of oil in the pan for the fish will be good as well. But these potatoes, I think, are going to take about 15-20 minutes. The fish will take about 10. So I'll start these potatoes out and cook them up, and then when they're about halfway done, I'll flip them, put some butter in there, and finish them off. So let's see what we can get going here with our oil. So there we go, immediately. Getting some sizzle here. Now this pan is a little bit taller in the middle than it is on the end, so I don't know if I should be putting the thick pieces in the middle or on the outside where all the oil is. But we'll make do. There we go, that looks nice. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, I'll trade this out because this has a lot of nice oil on it. Perfect. Again, we'll just let this heat up. This is going to be too small, isn't it? Yeah. We'll let this heat up. And let me see if we have some garlic left over. I might have to reimburse our good friend here with some additional garlic. Yeah, I'll get him. This is not mine. This is my roommate, so I'll get him some more from the store. But this fish, I think, will just go perfect with a few additional cloves of garlic. So let's take a look at this. Don't work with fresh garlic super often. So what's that technique that you see? They come in here and then they crush it like this. And the skin is just supposed to fall right off. Well, I mean, I'm definitely making progress. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Actually, yeah, there's a fresh clove of garlic. So, yeah, you don't even need a knife. You can just use your hand apparently. So I wonder if I cut the end off of here. That'll make it easier. Garlic smells amazing. It's such an amazing thing to cook with, but you're not going to get the smell out of your fingers for a couple of days. Yes, let's try this again. Oh, what a nice sound. Isn't that nice? Yeah, that's not bad at all. Let's give it another crush. Ooh, that just cut it in half. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that'll work. There it is, fresh clove. Half a clove, I guess, technically. Nice, this is working out just fine. Let's take this. I mean, I think I'm technically still struggling, but I'd worked with some garlic off camera about a week ago, and to be honest, I think a little bit of the skin got into the meal that I was working on. So what am I doing? This should be everything that I need. I don't think I'll need any additional garlic. I think this bit of garlic will be plenty. Maybe not, maybe I will need more. My plan is to smear a lot of this along the inside of my fish. And then also put some salt and some pepper in there and along the outside. The fish is not incredibly flavorful right now. So I have some options on how to do this, but I think I'm going to opt for a specific tool if I can find it. There it is. I believe I'm going to opt for the bopper. We're going to use the bopper. And the reason why I call this the bopper is because you put everything under here and you go, you just bop it, and you end up with this excellent, super finely chopped garlic. I'm even going to go a little bit more. Good. That looks good to me. Save as much of this as we can. I guess this would be called minced garlic. It smells awesome. Now I'm really not going to get this smell out of my hands. Really great regardless. Yeah, I think that's, I might actually need more. It looks and smells so good. I'm worried I'm just going to be putting, all of this. I'm going to be putting all of this inside of the fish. So yeah, let's transfer this fish now over here. Good. Yeah, they're all sizzling. I'll take that. I'll absolutely take that. Yeah, and you know what? I think I have decided how I'm going to set this up. So I am going to move, yeah, you see that? So I am going to move these pieces over to the edge. Even the stuff in the oil is kind of having a hard time, but yeah, let me move all of this stuff over here to the edge. Like that, and I'm going to move, if I can, we are kind of sticking a little bit, ever so slightly. There we go. I'm just going to put this just like that. Okay, and that'll continue to stick, but it also gives us a space to put some garlic in the center, or excuse me, some garlic, some butter right there in the center. So let me take a quick spoonful of this. That actually looks like a good amount. See if we can get a view of this. Yep, take this garlic, smear it all around the inside here. That's going to be good. Good. Take another spoonful. Put that garlic on the inside here. That's going to be good. Great, love that. Love that. I think now is going to be a good time to salt and pepper this. Yeah, and I actually have never cooked a fish like this before, so I'm not exactly sure how it's going to turn out. But what I think I'm going to do is, cook it in oil like I did with, like I'm doing with the potatoes, and then add some butter to it, and then baste it while I cook it. And I think if I do that, that'll allow for some crispy skin, but my hope is that it peels off of the pan just fine, and I'm not left with, skin on the pan while I'm cooking it. So there we go. Let's add some salt to this. And I know I have a couple of people watching this right now that cook this type of stuff all the time. So I do have some additional fish left to cook later, and I'd be completely open to their recommendations on how I should pursue that. But with the weekend coming up, I think it's time to get into the chicken and dumplings after this. I have everything that I need. Frankly, I'll probably go through that chicken and dumplings way faster than I should. And then we can get back to the elk and the trout like we've been enjoying the last couple of days. Okay, so there's a couple of other things I think I want. So I brought the parsley and those flakes, but I think I'm also going to grab some apple cider vinegar. What do I think I'm going to do with that? I don't know, but I think the acid is going to go really well with the fish. The sriracha, we'll grab some sriracha for the potatoes. I mean, this is a home meal after all. I'm not making this to impress anybody. I don't care if the flavors clash. Sriracha goes good on everything. And if you can find it, you should get it because it's kind of awesome. So, actually, I'll keep this out. There's a chance that I'll need some more of it. And I did take some inspiration from a website on this, so I am going to just reference that real quick. Yeah, the herbs, the pepper, cider vinegar, garlic, potatoes. Yeah, they recommend 4 large russet potatoes. And I basically did 1.5 normal sized ones because I frankly can't imagine consuming that many potatoes in one sitting. One whole potato, I used to eat about a whole potato, a whole onion, 3-4 eggs, and a pound of meat a day. That was my go-to. That was essentially how this channel started. Was for basically 3 years, that's what I had. A pound of meat, a pound of potato, or excuse me, a pound of meat, 1 big potato, 1 big onion, and then some eggs. So the reason why we're not cooking that type of stuff up right now is because that's we have to have some content variety. In order for this to be the best video that you click on today, we have to give you a little bit of content variety. So I think it's about time. I think it's about time that we get into the fish. And I apologize for this dirty stove. We had guests over the weekend, and I usually clean on the weekend. I'm cleaning this up tomorrow. We're gonna have a great time cleaning this up tomorrow. So that I'm gonna put just a little bit more, just a teensy bit more. Get that heated up. Yeah, we'll start with 2. I think that'll be good. I think we'll probably need more. I think I'll probably need 2 just for the fish alone. No, I think I'm going to go a little extra on the butter today. I think this is the time to go a little bit overboard on the butter. So we'll see. If I don't need it, I don't need it. Leaning tower of butter. Hi, Daphne. Hi, Daph. Hi. Let's get this light on for an even better viewing experience. And this is still heating up. There you go. We're going to put both of those in here. I'm going to struggle and try to find a lid that I can put on that. I don't know if I need to, but we'll see. This one might work. I don't think this is for this pan specifically, but ooh, I actually need a larger one. Go figure. This one looks way too large. It is, but whatever. We'll make it work. So, now that I've been cooking this for a while, definitely have the pan heating up over here. We're going to give this a nice little flip. Yep, and this looks about the right time to give it its flip. These are starting to get soft, but we also want them to get crispy. They're starting to smell really good. I like it. Yep, and now the fish is starting to warm up. I think about 5 minutes after it's fully heated up on both sides. It's going to be just about everything we need. So, let's lightly season this. We'll add some butter to that near the end, along with some of the parsley flakes. Yeah, you can see that the fish is immediately kind of changing its form and changing its shape. I think this is going to turn out well. Yeah, I think this is going to turn out well. Perfect. Yeah, we'll add this in with the butter as well. Yeah, I think that's going to turn out. I think that's going to turn out great. You can't go wrong with butter and garlic. Just a little bit. Turn this down just a little bit. And again, this is an incredibly bony fish. So the fillets, or the fillets, whatever you want to call them, they would have basically been cooked up by now if I had put that in there. But I've had the fillets before, and I liked them. But I want to try something different this time. And I'm not going to, cook this with rice or anything, where the bones are going to get stuck in something. I'm just going to have them on my own with some potatoes on the side. And if you want a little bit more variety with your meal, then add a side salad or some steamed vegetables or something like that. This is going to be good. This is going to be good for me. Gosh, that looks incredible. That does. That looks really incredible. I think this is going to turn out to be one of our longest, if not our longest video that we have done. But I think we're getting pretty close to that being done. So before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this, let's test this out. Yeah. Okay, this is soft. We might not get the crispiness that we were looking for, which is completely fine. But it is definitely cooked through. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this butter in here. Put this garlic in here. Gosh, that smells amazing. Now we're going to put this parsley. Took me long enough. You know what, I think there's a better system to this, and it's just called take the lid off. I'll add a little bit of chipotle chili powder. And I also think that with the amount of butter that we added in there, that's going to need to dry up before it's served. So take a look at this, and still a little bit of bindage there at the bottom. Let's get all that. Yep, I like that. Let me turn it back down again. Yep, flicked myself. Yeah, that is looking good. No burning on the butter either, which is great. So with that, we're going to go to our next step. Just flipping this over. Oh yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, this is cooking incredibly well. Yeah, I don't know if I can show you. I don't know if you can hear this, but yeah, that skin is very crispy skin, which is what I like. So, let's put some butter in the bottom of the pan. Yep, put that here. We already have plenty of garlic and stuff in the middle here. It's doing just fine. Yeah, add this garlic in here a little bit. Let's just turn this up a little bit higher. See if I can fix this, get everything down here at the base. Let me see if I can get all that butter here at the bottom. That fish in the top is working as a good barrier, to be completely honest. Yeah, that looks great. It does, it looks really great. So let's leave that in there. I do think that apple cider was a good touch. I only put in like basically a cap's worth in there, but I can smell it really subtly. So these potatoes are done. So I'm just going to turn them down to low. struggling over here. I'm getting a phone call in the middle of one meal? How could I? How could they? They know that I'm filming one meal right now. Let's see. I do not recognize it. They will not hear from me. Yep, we're just going to let this fish cook out. Again, it looks like the temperature is a little bit too high. But I'd rather have the fish a little bit overcooked than undercooked, even if it's not as good of an eating experience for me. Yeah, when trying something new, I like erring on the side of being overcooked. Unless, of course, it's steak. Nothing bad ever happened from overcooking a steak, or undercooking a steak. Okay, that will need to be washed. With this plate right here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let this go for a little while longer. So we've passed the 5 minutes on one side, 5 minutes on the other. But I do think it would probably be in our best interest to let this go just a little bit longer. Because we want all of that nice flaky skin to come off with a fork, and all the meat that's on the fish to come off really easily and scrape off of the bones. So, by the time we're done, we'll leave the tail and basically scrape off all of the meat all the way up to the front. And that'll be, what we have. If the skin is not crispy enough, then we won't be able to break through the skin, which means that I'll have to use a knife. If I use a knife, then I'm probably going to break through that rib cage area, and then I'm going to have a lot of bones in my food. So I'm keeping it in longer because now we have a lot of liquid in here, which means it's not going to get as crispy. That is fine. That is fine. So yeah, I was going to let these dry out, but it looks like the oil and the butter have mixed really well. They're all getting absorbed into the potatoes right now. So, smells extremely good. Yep, I like the way it's cooked on that side. This piece is a little bit bigger. I know, I like the way it's cooked on that side too. Let's do one more round of basting. This garlic, butter, pepper, apple, acidy flavor right here. You can see now, like that color on the fish is looking really good. And it smells really good too. Yeah, and I don't know if we can kind of take a peek at this, but yeah, that inside is looking good. Yeah, it's looking flaky. It's looking nice. I think this is going to be good. So I don't want to mess up the presentation. Let's see which side looks better for presentation. I think that side would. I'll flip it over. So let me grab a fork and we'll do the test to see. Lived here long enough, I should remember where the fork's from. We'll do a test to see if we can break through this. Oh yeah, look at that. Yep, that's flaky. That's flaky, all right. And then all this, there's no rib cage here. So yeah, that's gonna be excellent. Okay, all right. We're almost done here. We did a little bit of basting. We'll flip this over to the other side. I did ruin the presentation, but that's okay. Yeah, well, we get a little hump right here. So I think we'll quit delaying, and we will just start plating. We'll start plating right now. Boom. This is a great start. Great start. I'm glad that we did that test, but I did mess up that presentation ever so slightly. It's going to be good. Yeah, I feel the skin just peeling off right here, which is great. Just absolutely great. And you know what? Forget that I did this right now, because I just decided that there's a better way to plate this up. There's a better way to plate this up. I thought I had a little bit more space. There's a better way to do all this. So let's put this to get washed. Just turn this off. Avert your eyes. Don't look. Don't look. I was thinking about putting a ring of potatoes on the outside. But with the size of the plate and how this was working out, we are going to put these potatoes here just in the middle. We're going to put the fish on top of it. Yep. Put that right inside. And then we'll layer it here ever so slightly. Yeah, all of these potatoes are really nice. I like that they're not falling apart while I'm handling them. But they're very soft and they're very tender. So let's take a look at this. We'll put this right on top. Okay, yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Hopefully this stays in one piece. It did. Okay, good. And let's do one final thing. After all, you guys have been incredibly patient, but this is going to be the best video that you watch. We have to be putting a lot of effort into this. We're going to take this butter oil mixture and put that on top of the fish. Like that. I'm just going to take a little bit of the seasoning and include the seasoning there. You don't need too much oil with this. And there we go. There we go. So, hopefully you can see now, for the long-time viewers, you know why I don't like cooking with two pans. Double the cleanup. Lots of oil. But this looks incredible. I am not going to ruin this with sriracha. I thought I was going to put the potatoes on the outside. Since I'm not going to ruin it. Whew, this looks awesome. I think this is well worth the wait. So let's take a look at this. Let me make sure you're getting an excellent view of this right here. And if you want an even better view, you can go to my Instagram. That is linked in the YouTube channel itself. And I'll add this photo there for you. Okay, this is a 45-minute long video. You all have been watching very patiently. So, I don't know. Should we delay you further and weigh it? Yeah, let's do that. Let's delay this even further and weigh the meal. We can't break with tradition. I'm starving over here. I don't even want to use tradition. So let's see. We have to take my word on this one. So let's take with, and this is in ounces. Why does it change like that? Let's go to pounds. Okay. This comes out to, oh goodness, not even a pound. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go hungry. This is a horrible one singular meal. But it looks good, doesn't it? It looks awesome. Maybe I should have grabbed some more potatoes. All right, enough talking. Let's eat it. Yep. Yep. Yeah, these small ones got pretty crispy, which is nice. Look, chili powder that I added. That was a really good choice because now the potatoes are giving a little bit of a bite. You're just not getting all that garlicky butter flavor. You're also getting a little kick at the end. That's awesome. And I probably will use a knife for some of this, but let's take a look at that. Nice, it just broke right off, along with the skin. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. And let's see if I can pull this meat right off of the bones. Oh, I am. Look at that. Maybe you can't see it, but all of this is the bones. And I just pulled that meat straight off of that. That's awesome. That means I cooked this perfectly. Oh, yes. And now that I'm in the inside with the garlic and the salt, oh, that's fantastic. Look at that. See, there's the ribs. Do I have any bones in this piece? No. None at all. Oh, this is fantastic. So, yeah, if you cook with other fish, like a salmon or something like that, I know people will put some lemon and stuff in it. And I would say that apple cider vinegar really provides that lemony flavor that I was talking about. Geez, I usually don't eat this much on camera, but I am so impressed with how this is flaking off the bone that I mean, if you clicked on this video, you're not squeamish around bones. Wow, I've never cooked like this before. This is fantastic. And it's just all of this meat. Oh my goodness. That's fantastic. Let's see if we can get the entire skeleton off. Can I do it without even using a knife? I haven't eaten a single bone. This is insane. I mean, here I am using my hands again, but here. Let's pretend like we're a gentleman and eat this and just see if I can pull this apart without the bones coming off with it. Wow. I am thoroughly impressed. This is a perfectly cooked salmon. Rainbow trout. See, I just got my first bit of bones right there. No matter, it's so slight that I'm just going to eat them anyway. But I think I got that because I was using my knife and fork together. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. That's fantastic. So, I'm going to enjoy eating the rest of these potatoes and this other fish. I think I have 3 more little fish like this that I'm ready to eat. This is fantastic. So, amazing. I have to go. This is great. This might be the best meal that I've had all month. I'm going to enjoy this. I don't know, I might never eat anything but trout ever again. So if this wasn't the best video that you have ever clicked on, or at least not the best video you've made today, this is probably the most fun I've ever had making a video since starting this channel. So I hope I'm able to pass a little of that on to you. And if I don't, well, you can always tune in tomorrow and see what we got going there. All right, thank you guys. I'll chat with you later. Bye.